Hello, my name is Lorraine. I'm from Canada. I have a Verbling class for you at the intermediate level. This class is a reading class called On the Run. We're going to read about a man who does very, very long distance running, and we'll be studying some grammar and doing some comprehension in this class. So as you come into the class, I'll say hello, and we first of all have Anna. Hi, Anna. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Good. I'm very good. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay, so we're waiting for some other people to join us in the class. So tell me a little bit about where you live, Anna.
I live in Seville. I'm from Spain. I live in an area very peaceful, surrounded by many trees and bushes. Is situated in the suburbs, very near of the capital.
Okay. Are you close to the ocean in Seville or no?
To option,
To the ocean, to
I
the
don't
sea.
understand.
The sea, the ocean.
Yes, yes. Seville is a very monumental capital. You can see the cathedral or other monuments like La Giralda, La Torre del Oro. The river is one of the most in Seville is very beautiful.
Sounds nice. And what is the weather
Yes.
like in Seville in the summer?
It's a sunny and hot
Hot.
but this summer is a bit irregular
Okay.
because the temperature are one time is too much hot, and another time is a bit all. And all summer is sunny. Um, if not, cloudy, a bit cloudy.
Okay. So normally your summer is always hot, but this summer is
Yes,
sometimes hot, sometimes cool. Is that correct?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes,
We call
yes.
that variable temperatures. Yeah. I think it has
Yes.
been the same everywhere in the world. The weather is very, very strange this summer. And
Yes.
we
Okay.
have Aldona. Hi.
Hi, hello. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm good. Am I saying your name correctly, Aldona?
Yes, yes.
And where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
Oh, very good. Do you live in Poland?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes people say I'm from Poland, but I'm living in Dubai or
Oh,
various places. So, very good. Well, welcome. Nice to have you in the class. And hi, Snigdha. How are you? You ready for some more?
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I think we'll get started because time is moving on, and I think we have enough people in the class to get going. So the worksheets are in both of the chats. Please download it. You will need it for doing the reading comprehension. So there will be questions and you need to look up the answers. So this class is called On the Run, and it's about a young man who runs long distance, and we'll read about him. But first, before we read, we'll look at some words and define them so that we understand them when we see the words in the text. The first word we have is tough, and let's start with Snigdha. What does tough mean?
Tough means difficult.
Yeah, difficult. Oh, Anatoly, hi, welcome to the class.
Hello, thank you.
Oh, I haven't seen you for a while. Welcome. Okay, so Anatoly,
Thank you very much.
can you do number 2, the outskirts?
Outskirts.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's Anatoly's turn.
It is okay. Outskirts. Maybe F.
Yes, exactly. Very good. That was a tough one. Very good. Can you read what it says for F?
The areas of a city that are far away from the center.
Very good. Okay. And Anna? The next one
Yes.
is terrain.
Terrain. Terrain. I mean, it means a geographic area, for example, a desert or mountains.
Very good. Okay. Number 4, Aldona, endorse something.
Something difficult that needs a lot of skill, strength.
No, that's not quite right. Often famous actors will endorse different products.
To say that you use a like particular product in order to promote it.
Exactly. Yes. Okay, Snigdha, the next one, an injury.
It is physical damage done to a person's body, for example, to cut or broken bone.
Okay, good. Anatoly, a day job.
Yes.
Well,
A
this
day
is for,
job.
I'm sorry, Anna. This is for Anatoly.
Yes.
Anatoly.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay.
A day job. Work age. Last one.
Yes.
Work that you do to earn a living and which allows you to take part in a secondary activity or hobby.
Good. Okay. And now Anna. Number 7, pragmatic.
Pragmatic. Maybe. Solving problems in a practical way.
Exactly. Well done. Okay. And Aldona?
A challenge. That's the one option is possible in this case. So I have to say that it's something difficult that needs a lot of skill, strength, etc. to achieve.
Okay, good. Are there any questions about any of these words? Okay, good. So let's read the article and then we'll be answering these questions. So first, before we read, let's read through the questions so we have that in mind. Snigdha, read question 1.
How did Dean Karnazes become involved in long-distance running?
Okay, good. Anatoly, number 2.
In what ways are ultramarathons different from conventional marathons?
Good. And Anna, number 3.
How many people take part in ultramarathons?
Good. And Aldona, number 4.
What natural attributes help Dean Karnazes to run very long distances?
Okay. I think there's some more. Whoops. Oh, I don't want to give you those. Try that. There. Okay. Snigdha, number 5.
How does he prepare for a running event?
Okay. Anatoly, 6.
How does he earn a living? How does he want to make money in the future?
Good. And Anna, 7.
How does he run without stopping to eat?
Okay, good. So let's get the screen share on the text. And this is where you can also download it. You can read it on the screen, that's good, but you will need the download when we answer all those questions. Okay, so we'll get some reading practice here. Starting with Aldona, can you read the title, the subtitle, and paragraph 1, please?
Okay. If you think running a 26-mile marathon sounds tough, how about 135 miles through California's Death Valley in summer? 1. When the world's elite athletes take part in the next London Marathon, the 42-year-old Californian will not be with them. The reason is simple. For Dean Karnazes, the conventional marathon distance of 26 miles is only a warm-up.
Okay, very good, thank you. Snigdha, continue with paragraph 2.
Karnazes marathon distance when he was just 14. After that he stopped running long distances completely, but then on the evening of his 30th birthday he put on a pair of running shoes and decided to run into the night.
Very good, thank you. Anatoly, do 3 and 4, please.
On the white roads in the outskirts of San Francisco, and with absolutely no preparation, he ran 30 miles. That birthday run changed his life. Today, Karnazes is one of the world's leading participants in the little-known sport of ultramarathon running. Unlike the 26-mile city marathons that take place around the world, ultras are different because of their unusual terrain, typically deserts and mountains, and their extremely long distances, anything between 15 and 150 miles.
Good, thank you. Okay. Anna, can you read 5 and 6, please?
Yes. In ultra races, victory is simply finishing the race, explained Karnazes. In the US, around 15,000 people regularly take part in ultramarathons, and worldwide, according to Karnazes, it is 100,000 and rising rapidly. The Conrades in South Africa is one of the most well-known events. The 56-mile race takes place every June. Runners have to complete the course within 12 hours, and things at the finish are often desperate.
Okay, good, thank you. So, Eldona 7, please.
The best ultra-distance athletes explains Karnazes have special attributes. I'm pretty slow, but my biomechanics are good. He's talking about his perfectly natural foot strike, a natural running style that helps him to avoid injuries. His relatively advanced age is also a common feature among competitors. Age helps the ultra-runner to cope with discomfort because older runners are more pragmatic.
Okay, good. Thank you. Snigdha, continue with 8, please.
Karnazes has a day job. He is the president of an organic health food company, and he has to make time for training. In preparation for an event, I get up at 4 a.m. for 4 mornings a week and run for a few hours and then try and do an hour in the evening. Because of his success, companies are paying him to endorse their products, and Karnazes hopes that this will soon allow him to make money and run full time. One deal involves testing running shoes for a well-known adventure clothing company, The North Face.
Good, thank you. Oh, we have Rafa. Hi, Rafa.
Hi,
Welcome.
Lorraine. Thank you.
Okay.
Authors have written about the mental effects of miles on the road. On the Western States run, explained Karnazes, you run the first 50 miles with your legs and the next 50 with your mind. I've fallen asleep a number of times. Once I woke up running down the middle of the road. The movement becomes automatic. Yes, you just switch to autopilot.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Anatoly, 10.
One run was
350.
350-mile non-stop loop of San Francisco's Bay Area, a challenge which took an incredible 80 hours and 44 minutes. You only stop to change your shoes. I pee, drink, and eat while I run, says Karnazes. If you are running for 3 days straight, you can't just eat energy snacks, so I eat pizza. I carry a phone and a credit card. I tell the delivery guy where I am going to be in 20 minutes and he meets me on the corner.
Okay, very good. All right. Well done, everybody. Now, switch back to our questions. Okay. So everybody can see the questions now, yes? Okay. So number 1, Anna, how did Dean Karnazes become involved in long-distance running?
I think because he put a pair of running shoes, and he runs without preparation. He ran 30 miles.
Okay, so do you remember when he did that? How old was he?
Into the night.
He went into the night, but it was on a special day that he did that.
Yes, yes. In his birthday.
Yeah, it was on his birthday, yeah. And Snigdha says 14, but that he did do some running when he was 14, but he quit. And he didn't do any running until he was 30. So he decided to run 30 miles on his 30th birthday.
Yes.
So, yeah, he ran into the night. Very good. Okay. Aldona, number 2.
Yes.
In what ways are ultra marathons different from conventional marathons?
The first marathons are longer and they go through deserts and mountains and through the difficult terrains, not?
Yes, terrains, good.
And conventional marathons are shorter.
Right. Okay. All right. Well done. Wow, there's some noise coming. Aldona, please mute your microphone because there's some noise in your background. Thanks. Snigdha, number 3. How many people take part in ultra marathons?
15,000 people take part in ultramarathon.
Wow. So 100,000 worldwide. That's 100,000. And what is this number, Snigdha? Snigdha, are you there?
Yeah?
Yeah. What is this number here? Can you read it for me?
15,000.
Yes, 15,000. Good. All right. It's Rafa, isn't it? Yes, Rafa, you're next. What natural attributes help Dean Karnazes to run very long distances?
There are several. One of them, the most amazing, is his age. His age helped him to, he's getting older for among his competitors, but this is an advantage because it, and also his very good foot strike. It's a natural strike that helps him to avoid injuries. And also he told us that he's a pretty slow, but his biomechanics are very good, and this is another advantages.
Okay, good. Very good. So we can distill that down to his natural running style and relatively advanced age, and you hit all of those points. Well done. Anatoly, how does he prepare for a running event?
I remember he the plan when he can receive, for example, pizza and other food.
That's during the running event. So he prepares for a running event. Do you remember?
Maybe he ordered pizza after each 10 miles.
Maybe. Okay, but can you take a look at the document to see what he does to prepare for the running event?
And which number? Which paragraph?
Let's see. I have to look myself. Number 8.
8. He get up at very early at 4 a.m.
And how many times a week does he run?
4 mornings a week.
Right.
And run for a few hours.
Wow.
And then try and do an hour in the evening.
He's a better man than I. Good, yes. Okay, Anna, can you answer number 6? How does he earn a living? And how does he want to make money in the future?
I think he's president of an organic health food company.
Right.
And then endorsing the products of his company, he hopes to earn a lot of money in the future.
Good. So he wants to endorse. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And Aldona, number 7. How does he run without stopping to eat?
The answer was given before, but
Yeah.
I remember he's carrying his credit card, and he makes a phone call to somebody who delivered him a pizza or some snack.
I can just see that picture of a man running along and the pizza guy running along beside him, handing over the pizza and the credit card. It's funny. Okay, very good. All right, so we're going to see about finding words. This is another way to learn what words mean by looking at them in context in the text. So we have, Snikta, number 1, something that's an adjective in paragraph 1 that means usual or traditional. Can you find that word, please?
Okay. Conventional.
Okay. Very good. Rafa, an adjective in paragraph 4 that means not typical.
Not typical. Unusual could be.
Possibly. Okay, good. Anatoly, number 3, a noun in paragraph 5 that means success in competition or battle.
Victory.
Okay. And Anna, number 4, a noun in paragraph 8 that means a business agreement or arrangement.
It could be endorse. No?
I'm not sure. Does everybody think that's the word? Or is there another word there? It's possible. Oh, a deal. It's a deal. A business agreement or arrangement is a deal. Okay. So Aldona, number 5, an adverb in paragraph 10 that means one after the other without interruption.
I'm not sure, but is it a non-stop loop from San Francisco?
I think it's non-stop. I think it's the word they're looking for. Oh, straight. Sorry. Straight. So let's take a look at that. Adverb in paragraph 10. Yeah, if you're running for 3 days straight, one after the other. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, are there any questions about those words or anything else you read?
Yes, what is a non-stop loop of San Francisco?
It means that he runs around San Francisco, the whole city, I don't know, maybe more than once, but it's 350 miles, and he doesn't stop at all. So the loop is you go around in a circle. That means a loop. And then non-stop means you don't stop to do anything. You just keep going. Is that clear enough? Okay, good. So let's use some grammar. We're going to be looking at infinitives or the gerunds, ing. So in each of these sentences, you have to decide whether to use the infinitive or the gerund. So if you don't know, you can look in the paragraph and find the word, and that will tell you if you're right or wrong, if you're not sure. Let's start with Anatoly, number 1.
He stopped running long distances.
Okay, running, good. All right, Rafa, number 2.
He put on a pair of running shoes and decided to run into the night.
To run, yes, infinitive, good. Anna, number 3, please.
Initial running still that helps him to avoid injuries.
Okay, and that word is style. A natural running style. Can you repeat?
Style.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 4, Snigdha.
Carnages hopes that this will soon allow him to make money.
To make money, good. All right, and Aldona, number 5.
One deal involves testing running shoes for a well-known adventure clothing company, the North Face.
Perfect. Okay, good. Let's see. Rafa, number 6. Rafa?
Sorry. Once I woke up running down the middle of the road.
Good. Okay, Anatoly, number 7.
You only stop changing your shoes.
Not changing.
To change.
Yeah, to change your shoes. You only stop to change your shoes.
Yes, to change, yes.
Okay, good. Now, we're going to do the next exercise. You might need to look at the worksheet so that you can remember what we put in here. Because the next exercise is to complete the rules below with the infinitive or ing form, and then you're going to give an example for each rule. So first we'll just put in whether we're putting infinitive or ing form. Let's see. Snigdha, A.
When one verb follows another verb, the dash is used.
What is this?
To run.
And what part of that? Is that an infinitive or an ing form?
It's infinitive.
Okay.
And or an gerund.
Okay. Or ing.
Ing is used.
Okay, so when we have one verb that follows another verb, you can either have the infinitive or an ing for it. So that we'll look at one of those in a minute. The next rule, let's get Rafa. Something.
Blank is often used to answer the question why, or talk about the purpose of for doing something. The action is imagined or in the future. Why? Because the gerund could be.
Okay, let's see if you're right. It's an infinitive. An infinitive is often used to answer the question why. Okay, so we'll look at an example from the text after we've done all of the rules. So let's try C, Anatoly.
Some verbs are followed by an object. example him plus an plus an ink.
Okay, let's see if you're right. An infinitive. Okay. Let's see, Anna, the next one.
Yes. ing form is often used when the action happens at the same time as the first verb or it has already happened.
Well done. Okay.
For example, I now regret saying what I said.
Okay, good. And Eldona, number E, or letter E.
Yes, some verbs can be followed by an ing form or infinitive
Okay.
with a difference in meaning.
All right, so that's nice and easy when there's two lines in the... You can't get them wrong. Okay, so let's see if we can find some examples for these rules. So the first one we're looking for is one verb following another verb using to run or ing. So maybe we could find two examples, one with the to run or with the infinitive, one with the ing. So anyone can answer this one. So we got one verb following another verb.
I like swimming in the ocean.
Okay, but we need to have it from the text that we're reading.
Text.
Yeah, try to find one in the text.
Okay.
There's a good one in paragraph 2.
He stopped running.
Okay, that's one. And let's see if we have those as the... Okay, so stopped running is one. Decided to run using the infinitive. Involves testing is another one. So any of those would be appropriate. There are lots of examples in the reading. Okay, so what about in B, an infinitive often used to answer the question why or talk about the purpose for doing something? The purpose. And you can also use the same example. So in this case, we can use decided to run again. It's an infinitive that's kind of answering a question or the purpose for doing something. Decided to run. The action is imagined or in the future. Some verbs are followed by an object. Him plus an infinitive. So we have a verb, object, and then an infinitive.
Rage helps the ultra runner to cope. Helps him to cope.
Helps him to cope, yes. That's a good one. Whoops, I lost my screen share here. What happened to it? I must have closed it, sorry.
It's in 7th
Here we go.
paragraph.
Okay. I don't know what I have here, but that sounds right. Let's see, what do I have here? Paying him to endorse is another example. But yours is correct as well. There are many. So we have the verb paying, him, and then the infinitive to endorse. Okay, so let's try an ing form used when the action happens at the same time as the first verb, or it has already happened.
Stop running. Oh, sorry.
Okay, stopped running.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see what I have for an answer here. Or woke up running. Stopped running is good too. Exactly. All right. Well, actually woke up and he's running. Okay, so two things are happening at the same time. He woke up running. Weird. Okay, so some verbs can be followed by an infinitive or an ing form with a difference in meaning. Any ideas with those? Actually, I found the examples they gave in the key not very clear, so I've actually put some different examples down to show you the difference. These are the examples that were in the key: stop to change and stopped running. And I really couldn't figure out how to explain how those two things are different. So here's a different example. Stop to change or stopped changing. So if you stop to change, what is the action?
No action.
Okay, so you were...
No. He stopped for changing.
Yeah, so he was maybe running and he stopped running and changed.
Mm-hmm.
And then he continued running. But stopped changing is completely different. So what's happening in this example? Anybody?
No actions.
Okay, so he was in the process of changing, and then he stopped. So he stopped the process of changing. So in this case, he stopped doing something in order to change. And this way, he stopped changing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe he was in the middle of changing his shoes. He stopped to change his shoes, and then he stopped changing his shoes. He's only got one on. So he stopped in the middle of doing something. And that's how the meaning is very different, depending on whether you have an infinitive or the ing form.
Mm-hmm.
They're difficult rules. English is a crazy language. I always say that. So let's see if we can use these. Sometimes it's easier to use the language than to understand why we use it. So let's start with Eldona first. Number 1, please.
Please remember to lock the door when you leave the house.
Perfect. Very good. Anna, number 2.
Yes. Don't forget to set your alarm before you go to bed.
Exactly. Good. Eldona, please mute your microphone. We get noise from you. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's lots of screeches and noises. Anatoly, can you do number 3, please?
Pet. Enjoy. He wasn't so.
You may have to change the tense of the verbs that are given.
Give up. Gives
Okay.
up. Gives up.
Gave up.
Gave up, yes.
Yeah.
Smoking 5 years now.
Yeah. Okay. Rafa, number 4.
I really enjoy meeting new people when I travel.
Good. Enjoy meeting. Excellent. Snigdha, the next one.
As a child, Tom always wanted to become an astronaut.
Very good. Aldona, number 6.
Michael wants me to buy Juliet a cookery book for her birthday last week. Wanted me to buy.
Yeah, that works. I have a feeling it's a different verb for this, but let's see. Yeah, advised was what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and wanted actually fits, but I think advised won't work where want goes. So in this case, it's advised me to buy Juliet. Okay, good. Anna?
Yes. Number 8.
Number 7.
Can you advise Alice to call me?
Okay, we've already used advise.
Advise.
And that's not what we would say. In English, we wouldn't use that word in this context. There is a different word we would use in this context.
Advise. Can you advise?
No, not advise.
No.
Try a different word.
Uh-huh. Can you tell Alice?
Yes, that's the one. Can you tell? Can you tell Alice to call me? Good.
Okay.
Anatoly, number 8.
I enjoyed playing in the snow as a child. I had a lot of fun.
Okay, yes, there's actually two things that could work there. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember playing in the snow as a child. I had a lot of fun. But I enjoyed also works. I enjoyed playing in the snow. That works too. Okay, so let's try number 9. Rafa.
I'll never blank watching the film for the first time. I'll never forget watching the film for the first time.
You'll never forget. Good. And 10. Snigdha?
The government minister dashed to reduce taxes. Not everybody believed him. Promised to reduce taxes.
Exactly. Good. Okay, so we got them all. Are there any questions about those? Okay, so again, we're going to be doing a little exercise regarding those. So we have these words. We are going to put them in the correct categories. Is it a verb plus infinitive? What of these verbs can we use when it's verb plus an infinitive? So let's take a look at the previous slide. Find a verb plus infinitive. Anatoly, give me a sentence. Which one?
The first one.
Okay, the first one. Are there any more?
And the second?
Okay, forget. Remember, forget. Okay, 2 sec. All right. So we've got and want as well. Want, promise. That's weird. Because you're right. Verb plus the infinitive. Huh. Okay. Now I'm confused. Because they worked. Why? Oh, I know why. Because they can be used in both. verb plus infinitive or ing form. Okay, so we can use, use remember to lock, forget to set, but we can also do remember playing, forget watching. So what we're looking for are the words that just can be used with the infinitive. So want.
Advised, maybe.
And advised. Advised and want.
Yes, and want.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why we had, oops, those two. Okay, so let's look for the verb plus object plus infinitive. Rafa, I'll go back to the other screen. Can you see any, Rafa, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't mute my.
Oh.
Advise me to buy in the 6. Advise could be one.
Advise me to buy, yeah, possibly.
Can you tell Alice? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Alice
Can you tell
to call
Alice?
me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember playing. I forgot watching.
So let's see what we've got here. All right. Advise, tell. Good. So now we're doing the verb plus the ing form. So what verbs will work for that? Let's see. Anna.
Verb más ing form. For example, number 4, I really enjoy meeting new people when I travel.
Okay. And are there any others?
Any others? I'll never forget watching that film for the first time.
Okay, so the remember and the forget are for both the infinitive and for the ing form. But there is one more that just gets used with the ing form. There's one more. There's enjoy and another one. Take a look at number 3. Anna?
Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, there's one more. So which one is it?
Yes. Number 1, please remember to lock the door when you leave the house. Or, for example, number 8, I remember playing in the snow as a child. I had a lot of fun.
So those were the ones where it's 2, but you were doing the one that was just for the ing form. So you did the enjoy meeting. And there's another one that's just for the ing form. And it's in number 3 here.
Okay.
It gave up smoking. Okay. And enjoy. And then, of course, we've already talked about the 2 where it's both. Remember and forget. Okay. All right, so we just have a few minutes left, and let's talk about Dean Karnazes. And what do you think of what he does? Do you think that you could ever do anything like what he does? Do you admire it? Let's start with Snigdha. What do you think?
I think he is really doing a commendable job at his job as well as at his passion.
Yeah, except that he wants to drop his job. He doesn't want to have to continue doing his job. He wants to run full-time. So is that a reasonable thing to do for a living, or is it kind of strange? Anyone can answer.
I
Donna?
think,
Oh, okay, go ahead, Snigdha.
sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
Mm, I think running is his passion, and he really loves to do it. So if he leave his job, then I think he will do right thing.
Okay, good. Aldana, do you think that you could do anything like that? Like, does running, is it something that you wish that you could do or that you do?
No, I would never do it. I'm too lazy for
Yeah, me either.
running.
I think it is a strange passion, and I wonder what kind of a life you can have if you spend that many hours practicing running. Is there any sport that you do, Aldona, that you really
Yes,
enjoy? What do
I
you like to
prefer.
do?
I prefer swimming
Mm.
because it's more relaxing, and it's more comfortable, and you also lose weight very quickly.
Okay. Would you ever consider swimming as a competition?
Why not? I could be first, number 2.
Okay, all right, interesting. Anna, what about you? Would you like to run long distances like Dean?
No, I couldn't. I agree with the classmate in relation to other type of sport, more relaxing. I like doing Tai Chi and Qigong.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Anatoly, what do you think? Would you like to do long distance running like Dean?
No, I don't. When I have my bicycle trip at the weekend, I looking for running people, and I always think it's strange to enjoy running.
Do you do any long distance bicycling?
It is I don't know how many kilometers. It needs 3 hours for my weekend trip on the
Okay.
bike.
And do you do that every weekend? Go for 3
Yes,
hours?
except rainy days.
Okay. Rainy days, you stay home.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Rafa, what do you think?
I think there are people for everything. You couldn't imagine what happened in the world, but there are people that enjoy running and could run and can run for more than 150 miles. It's
Yeah.
incredible, but it's possible, as we are saying. But on the other hand, I think there are a kind of addiction in the
Yeah.
endorphins production when you are running the whole day or cycling or in any kind of sport. You have a lot of endorphins production, and it is very relaxed for you, and also you became a little addictive to this production of endorphins, and you need to run every day more than 20 miles only for be calm, for
Yeah.
be tranquil.
It's a cheap high. And it's legal.
Yeah, for chill out.
Is there any sport that you do, Rafa, where you get that endorphin going?
Yeah, also I am addicted to the endorphins. I try to play tennis almost every day if I can. Later, if I have another game with my mates about paddle. It's another kind of tennis, and I try to go to play tennis almost every day if I can.
Every day. Okay.
I'm also addictive.
Okay, very good. Thank you everyone for joining me for this class. I hope that it was useful to you, and I hope to see you again in another class. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very
Thank
much.
you.